Okay. Bonjour, migas and dejnakas, mashkate bijake and dodem, Oma Aki Donji, and University of Winnipeg Religion and Culture Department Danuki. And my English name is Mark Francis Rummel. In my MA research, I found out that there's references to these little people throughout cultures in the Americas. There's times in the written literature you hear about these little people being really malevolent. Sort of non-Indigenous authors are identifying them as like spirits of evil, but from an Indigenous perspective, I've never, ever heard anybody refer to them as evil in any way. Malevolent for sure, especially for those that have disrespected them in some way. People that have the little people as their helper, that's a relationship that they have with those little people. So the little people are going to take care of their well-being. It's like a kinship relationship. And in the kinship relationship, you have a responsibility to take care of your relatives as a protector, as a helper, as a protector.
And mine. Okay. Get a beaver there tomorrow morning.
Got the bajong stud, Jacob. Got the mam the night man. I got that dollar and jeep, she is shit. Then I got cheated, Jajita, Mr. G. Shiga, that Kaya, High Batai Tagunage, and that no meet.
I'm Dr. White, Michel White. I'm a cardiologist. I work at the Montreal Heart Institute. I've been doing this for 24 years now. Hypothermia can be defined as in mild, moderate, and severe. First of all, we have to understand that the normal body temperature is 37.5 Celsius. So mild hypothermia is characterized by a central temperature between 32 and 35. Moderate, 28 to 32, and severe, less than 28. It's very difficult to survive when you have a core temperature, body temperature less than 28 degrees Celsius. For example, mild hypothermia, it's really like being a bit tired, difficult to think. If you have moderate hypothermia, you can develop seizure, some confusions, and less than 28, which is severe hypothermia, you become comatose. At the beginning, your heart can accelerate, but when you get more hypothermic, your heart can stop because you develop some severe bradycardia because the heart needs to function at a decent temperature. Dehydration is actually more vicious. It's actually more subtle. You may forget to drink because it's cold outside, but your exercise capacity will decrease. You will feel more tired, and you are more susceptible to dehydrations when you are very young and very old. 3 days outside in the cold environment, humid environment, because he was exposed to rain, hail, and snow, is extremely challenging for a young boy. I would expect him to be quite under a shock and quite fatigued, dehydrated. I would expect that boy to be difficult to walk, to be slightly confused, some kind of frostbite, moderately dehydrated, and mildly to moderately hypothermic, which, especially in the cold environments, means coma and means death.
And I asked my grandfather, my dad's father, says, you guys did a ceremony. I told him, shamanism. He said, yeah. And that's how they found me. I was 5 miles away from home. I was very heavy when they carried me home. They say the little people, Pugajani was holding me back. Because those were my friends, had become my friends, and they wanted me to be part of their world. Yeah.
How did the experience change you?
When people heard about what was happening to me, that I had a communication with them. Some people were afraid. Yeah. They didn't want to believe that, I was able to communicate with them. Some people thought the Pugajani was evil. Yeah. They were afraid. Some families would push us away, because they were afraid.
Gawan shik gaus snija Jacob Wati, jiganwaimagul pshiish.
Having an imaginary friend is having open dimensions where you could see, where you could do things, where you're able to, do the impossible. Yeah. Your spirit is able to do that. Yeah. But we cut it off by telling children, that doesn't exist, we can't see it, we, can't hear it, that's not real. Yeah.
They exist on that spiritual way, and people see them when they come in to that physical realm. It's typical that they appear more so to kids, to children. They're so fresh from that spiritual world that they're in a pure state, like a innocent, just ideal pure state, and have that love actually born with that feeling of love and innocence, and then as we get older, sometimes I think the idea is that we lose touch with that.
Matthew Mukesh and Sinkash. My name is Matthew Mukesh. I come from a Cree community called Wapmakstu. I'm a student of spiritual traditions of our ancestors, so there are different types of little people. They have a different purpose. These things exist in another dimension or another reality, another level of existence. And if you understand the teaching of parallel universes, some people have the ability to walk through them at will. And sometimes it's something that you need to know, that you need to cultivate, something that is required of you to do for other people or even for yourself.
They gave me a great experience. Yeah. They see they carried the magic. Yeah. They could help you. Or, it depends how you see them, too. If you see them as evil, they're going to be evil. Yeah. But if you see them as your friend, then they are your friends. Like the children around here, they see him and they play with him, Yeah. There's no fear when they see him, yeah. Hey, I seen the little people, yeah. Some, older people see them, This great nation, that's all I could say. Throughout my life, I searched for him. Yeah. I would just sit at the lake, for a couple of hours, 3 hours, And not moving, nothing, just watch. see if there's any movement and stuff. I wanted to see them. I'm just happy, knowing that they exist. May not see them. May not believe them. But if you believe that other dimension exists, then you know that they're out there, watching you. Yeah.
Ishkagauch nigdaman gukumville. Jibay gupshanda nas badamch mochka jita Jacob. Namoy no chuab mauch. Muk and the daitan hajiwab mitch.